Welcome to the local music scene, and with me today is Set the Sunrise. So guys, if you want to start, what we'll do is we'll just go around the room here, and if you start with your name and what instrument you play in the band.
I'm Chris McMullen. I play lead guitar.
I'm Jimmy Parmenter. I play bass and I sing.
I am Mark Ford, also known as 40, and I am the percussion slash drummer.
So let's start with the name of the band. Where does it come from?
I think it just came about sitting around and trying to think of band names, honestly, and I think we came up with Set the Sun Set, but that sounded kind of silly.
Yeah.
So we changed it to Set the Sunrise, and it kind of associated with us a little better.
Nice.
I kind of looked at it as, like starting a new day and a new beginning. Every day's a new beginning.
Yeah.
And put a positive spin on the whole thing, just because we'd tried the whole, like, I don't want to say like negative isn't like depressing, but just hard rock and the dark approach, and we're just trying to focus on like the light instead of the dark for a change.
How did the band come together?
40 and I worked together in previous projects, and we kind of came together with no real intention on forming anything really. We had been writing with another guitar player, just getting back into playing again with each other. And we decided, to kind of change it up and using a different guitar player, for a change. Not that anything against the guy that we were playing with, but it was a really cool thing. I'm a big fan of experimenting and what would I do if I could get these three people that I jam with together in a room, or these four people, just to see what would happen. And we put us together with 40 and my former bandmate Dave Paulini. We came up with some really cool things just right off the bat, and I think as time went on, we just kind of like, oh, well, I guess we already had enough material for a demo. By the time we looked around, we're like, oh, I guess we're a band. So
Nice.
that kind of came together, and we had to part ways with Dave for various reasons, and luckily this diamond in the rough here, a star waiting to be discovered.
There you go.
Yeah, I think we when we came together, I hadn't played for a while. I had taken somewhat of a hiatus.
There's that word again.
And I think what happened is it was a good opportunity for me to stay in practice, and like Jimmy said too, is we didn't really know until we had enough, all of a sudden we're jamming one song out, and then the next thing you know, we've got four, and it's like, whoa, so the music in a sense tended to almost precede us before we even had thought about putting out a demo. So the music came quite naturally, I thought, and there's a lot of feeling in there, there's a lot of emotion in there.
So what's your next? Can I cheat?
You want to see this? I think this is the obvious question for you with the shirt there. Who inspires you?
Who inspires me, huh? Inspires me. How long do you have? It's obligatory, I think, if you're not a fan of Iron Maiden or Black Sabbath or Judas Priest, at least one of those three. You're stripped of your title. Your guitar,
Yeah.
your microphone is gone.
Oh yeah.
But I think collectively we really found a very, very big fascination with Rush. And a lot of that being, the similarities, three-piece,
Yep.
bassist, vocalist. The only thing I'm not doing is playing foot pedal keyboards yet. So,
Yeah, it is the key word.
but we've come together, and come to the table with a lot of similar influences, both local and, national, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
We're really good friends with the Griffin Cats, and as well as we are a band, and we stick around at the shows with the guys that are hanging out after the gig, watching other bands load out. People say the scene's dying, and that's a load of
It's what you
junk.
make of it.
Exactly.
You just get out there.
You got to get out there, and and all the people that are complaining are the ones that aren't doing anything about it.
Well,
So
there you go.
I think that just by getting out there and doing shows,
Yeah.
whether people, whether there's one person there or 100,
Got to change people's minds.
Exactly. Well, that's
Pave the way.
I think people, especially in the this day and age, and with music being so widely accessible, Joe Schmo in his basement can do an album that is the equivalent of a lot of bands that are working with big producers and big budget stuff, and I pay attention to all that junk, but it's getting out there and doing the shows and getting people involved. This is where it comes from.
Right.
All those national people you see, they all started out the same way we did.
Yep, totally. That's exactly why I wanted to do a show like this.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Get the word out there. Let people know there is a local music scene. Come out, see us,
Right.
There's a lot of good stuff going on, and
A lot of good bands.
Exactly.
A lot of good bands, actually, yeah.
All right, let's go with the lyrics and messages. Where do they come from, Mr. Songwriter?
Well, like I said before, we were trying to like really focus with this band on the positive aspects of things rather than the negative. It had just been in the past. It had always been who ticked off Jimmy this week,
Yeah.
and that's where it would come from, or like the typical broken heart scenarios.
Yeah.
And I tried my hardest to really, especially with this band, to stay away from that.
Yeah.
I mean, we still have songs like "While She Sleeps," which is self-explanatory. It's not a stalker song.
It's a great song.
But songs like that have like a positive spin on it. You know what I mean? It's not a negative thing. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And but even like, I still have songs, some lyrics that are about relationships gone sour. But I think it's with a wider range of people. It's not just the ex-girlfriend thing anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've all, we're all, in our late 20s, early 30s. So I think we need to kind of push away from that, and there's already a lot of bands out there doing that sort of thing, and
Right.
that's their vibe, and that's cool.
Yeah.
But I try to really focus on the positive aspect and really change the way I write lyrics and write vocal melodies. When we recorded "While She Sleeps" for our MySpace page, I had worked with Fitch Proctor from Griffin and Matt Bills, who had done a lot of engineering work with them, and those guys always seemed to drag out the best of me. So we had recorded the track, and then I went to do vocals with them actually. And what I thought was going to be an hour process turned out to be a 4-hour long. Just try this. What about a lyric here? What about taking away there? And so it really helped me put a lot of focus into the other songs.
So what makes STS different from other bands that are out there?
Later on down the line, I think one of the things that will separate us is that we'll still be here.
Yeah.
We put the band together with the intention of like, all right, we're done with we're getting into our 30s. We're done with the drama that comes with other local bands and experiences. I mean, working with different people, sometimes it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
But we wanted to make this a fun experience for everybody, so that way we could be around. If this never went anywhere, we'd still be jamming.
Right.
We'd still be doing our thing. 10 years from now, you'd still be seeing us playing. The cool clubs around the Boston area. If we're, I'd like to think we'll play the Tweeter Center by that point. Maybe opening for Rush on the Out of the Nursing Home tour.
I think another thing that makes us unique is all of our influences put together. We're able to touch upon a lot of different styles, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Which is good. It kind of you try not to get bored with the music always.
Yeah.
And I think that's good. And I do have to say, acquiring Chris makes us a lot different. I haven't played with a guitarist like him, and it's very, very fun. He's able to do some things that I've never had a guitarist do. So
There you go.
for me, that makes it unique.
Yeah. What do you guys enjoy besides making music? What do you guys do, like activities?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
What do you like to do?
I like long walks on the beach, and I landscape, and I love animals. I have 5 boxers, and I gotta say, other than music, I get the most enjoyment out of my dogs.
One of the things I like to do is, just cook. I like to spend the day sometimes, especially with like football season coming around. Love watching football. Love taking all day to cook a meal. And then, so long that by the time it's done, you're not even hungry for it anymore, But, I enjoy football. Obviously, I'm big into like a lot of this same sort of television production stuff. I enjoy electronics a lot. And that's about it. I don't have any animals, no pets or anything. And my family lives down in Florida. So these guys are pretty much my only family up here. So it's really cool. And I got some great people. I've met some really great people.
As far as my other interests outside of music, that's a pretty hard question to answer sometimes, because a lot of it always comes back to that.
Yeah.
I have an unhealthy obsession with CDs and getting into discovering other artists that are really off the beaten path. I'm not a person that you'll find is listening to the stuff that's on the radio very often.
Yeah.
I'm the guy that listens to the what is that? What are you listening to?
The Encyclopedia of Rock and Roll. That is Jimmy. Anything
That's
you want to
Jimmy,
know about the rock and roll scene, ask him.
Ask Jim.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
I also enjoy bike riding. I have a BMX bike that I go up and I try to tear it up within reason.
Nice.
I don't want to like break an arm or anything, and You know,
Yeah.
to tell these guys that,
Yeah.
you know, that they have to find a temporary bass player.
Right. So when can we expect to see an EP or a full album from you guys?
As far as an EP or you know, a full record, I mean, we'd love to do a full record. I'm pretty sure we'll see an EP before that, but you know, we spent a lot of this year, you know, getting While She Sleeps recorded, and just kind of getting something for everybody to listen to and give you know, everybody a good flavor of what we're about. And I think we're really hoping that maybe by the end of this year, you know, maybe early next year, definitely have an EP of you know, the songs that we have, you know, for our set, and a lot of which we played today. And you know, and just to get those on, you know, on the CD, and like, all right, now we can focus on other stuff.
What's to be expected of your live show?
It's going to be I think it's going to be genuine, it's going to be powerful, and there'll be a lot of emotion. And I think those are the three things a lot of people expect when they go see a show. They want the value of, you know, why are they going out to see this one band over another band, because they know that they're going to get it on a show. I think that's what one of the things, probably the most, you know, important, is that we give people the value of our best. So.
There's no two shows that are absolutely the same. When we change things up, you know, it's oftentimes like the rehearsal before we go on stage. They want to change this, let's change this. But
And it's as we're packing the gear up is when we change the song to go to the gig.
But that's what makes each show a lot of fun. You know, it gives everybody a different platform to kind of jump off of a little bit and take the song to a certain direction that maybe you didn't see at the last show.
Yeah.
Variety, I think, is what, you know, I'm trying to, you know, answer your question with.
You guys got a website?
Yeah, we have MySpace. We're on Facebook. I would say we'll get a good website together once the EP is done, and something that'll, you know, showcase us and only us, and not in a standardized format.
The pages are still live.
What the website for MySpace is MySpace.
MySpace.com/setthesunriseSTS.
Yep.
Perfect. All right, guys.